song, when I wrote it, it was, I didn't think much of it at the time. I wasn't sure, you know, I thought it was pretty simple, and it was a song that, having now played it all around the world, seeing the power of the truth in words and power of a melody and what it can do, it was definitely you know, when I think of, it's not highlights, but moments in my life as a singer and a songwriter, being in different places, places like Marrakesh, Morocco, and Israel, where, you know, it's great in America that you have these wonderful Christian music festivals, and there's all these Christians get out together and sing songs and they praise the Lord, but to go to a place like Morocco and where there's not a culture that's raised in a gold we trust or on the dollar bill, or there's a completely different belief system, but a song like this one was one that you know, to sing it and see that truth impact the people that were at that concert. And it's a song they didn't know. Where this is a song, I think you probably know, a song called He Reigns. And it's a song that, feeling and sensing the power of the presence of the Lord at a concert when, in the Great Assembly. Because that's what music's really for. It's for all of us to sing it together, more so than just, you know, songs, a lot of them are meant to be written to be sung in the Great Assembly. Because there's a power in that, isn't there? You know, it's when we, some of the moments in my life where I've been to some strange places. I can remember even playing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland and going there and you know, putting on this show. And there was a curator there of the museum, and he took us around during the day and showed us all these you know, Beatles memorabilia and Led Zeppelin drum kits and all this stuff, and it was like, it was very cool as a musician to see that stuff. And I knew during the day it wasn't something that we weren't impressive to him, you know, because he'd been on the road with the Eagles and all these different groups, and so we were just, who are these guys? But the one thing that at the end of, I asked him before the concert if he was going to stick around. He said no, he had to go home and be with his family. And we're like, well, great. And I spent a bit of time with him just before that. But then at the end of the concert, he came into the change room, and he was, you know, when you see someone's visibly moved, I mean, there, you know, and it wasn't really to do with what we did as a band. It was what he mentioned was, I couldn't believe to be in a room with a group of people and to see dads with their sons or mums with their families, and to see them raising their hands and tears coming out of us and singing, what was that holy, holy song? But He Reigns, and sort of that were the things that was what impacted him. And the Bible talks about that quite a bit. It talks about how when people walk in, we think we see Christians and we go and worship in church or at a festival or something, that really has a big impact on unbelievers. It can really has, because you think about it, to walk into a place and to see a group of people with their hands in the air and singing with passion, and so it's again not underestimating the power of worship wherever you are. You know, it can be in Morocco, it can be in your house, it can be at your church. So, all right, we'll see how this goes. I've got a little loop on this one. I've got extra more technical.
It's the song of the redeemed, rising from the African plain. It's the song of the forgiven, drowning out the Seattle rain. The song of Asian believers, filled with God's holy fire. It's every tribe, every tongue, every nation, a love song born of a grateful choir. You sing it. It's all God's children singing.